So we're in Galatea in the Bay of Plenty.
The mighty
Uh,
Galatea.
yeah, mighty Galatea. I love how you say that. Um, we've got the Rangers behind us.
Yes. The Urawetas to Urawetas.
We're milking 410 random number, 410 crossbred cows on my mother and father-in-law's farm. We're
Cool.
50-50 share milking. This is our fifth season, 50-50. We just moved
Right.
here to the farm this season.
Good stuff. Awesome. And how old are your calves now? And how many have you got?
So I've got 106.
Okay.
Random number, but we just wanted to keep as many as we got.
Yep.
My eldest is 64 days old today.
Okay. Awesome.
So yeah, I've got 2 mobs in the paddock at the moment. One mob of 51 and another mob of 32, and then I've got a small lot left in the barn that will join that small mob when they go outside.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
And are they all heifer keepers? 106. You got some bulls in there as well.
So there's two bull calves for the school. So.
Right. Awesome. Good stuff. And so this is your first year using Calf Xtreme?
Yes, first year using Calf Xtreme.
Sweet. Do you want to just expose us in saying why you wanted to give it a crack this season?
Well, I've always used some form of probiotic with the calves, but I never actually seen what like you can't physically see what the product does.
Yeah, sure.
But I found with Calf Xtreme, you actually can see that it's working.
That's cool. Awesome.
And I've never noticed that before in my calves, like in other products I've used, I've been like, oh yes, just throw it in the milk
Sure.
and But like with Calf Xtreme, you can you look at them and they're shiny and health. Like if you look at a calf and it's healthy on the outside, it's got to be healthy on the inside, And
Yeah,
that's
100%.
just what it is. Like if you can see that they look good on the outside, there must be some good stuff happening on the inside. So that's my take on it.
Awesome. No, that's cool. And with you made some changes this season in the way that you're feeding them, things like that. How are you feeding your calves?
So for the first year this year, I'm feeding them once a day by your recommendations.
Yeah.
From 4 days old.
Puts it on the line, eh? When you do what I suggest, it really puts it on the line.
Yeah. So some of them, like if they're on the smaller side, I might just keep them in the twice a day pen for a little bit longer.
Awesome.
But I found like in previous years, I always tend to overfeed them when I'm feeding them twice a day, and then they're constantly battling with milk scours.
Yep.
So this has definitely helped me in that aspect. I haven't had that same constant struggle of dealing with milk scours. So
Sure.
I suppose that's been a big change for me that I've noticed.
Awesome. And what volume are you feeding? And how soon are you going once a day?
So pretty much from 4 days.
Okay.
Probably like five days really, from once a day. And I at the start I was just feeding them as much as they would drink. I'm not one of those people that are real pedantic and measure out every single mil and litre and all that. Like I just give them whatever they'll drink. But my eldest mob, when they went outside, they got up to 7 litres each.
Nice. Nice.
They weren't eating a heck of a lot of meal, but I did notice that got that initial growth on them, I did notice like they were getting pretty fat.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is awesome.
It's just the way I like my calves.
Yeah, but now I've cut them back right down to just under 5 litres.
Okay. Yep.
And they're really getting into the meal now, like this.
Is that more volume than you've got into calves before, like in a single feed?
Yes,
Yeah.
100% yes.
Yeah.
I only ever fed them probably 5.5 max in the
Right. Yeah.
past. Just because you start to struggle with the milk scours and the battle of not eating meal and
Sure.
so but
Yeah.
I haven't. It's just amazing. I've never ever in my life seen calves in the pen.
Yeah.
Excuse my French, shitting out bricks, basically. You know what I mean? Like,
Again, just
it's,
the way we like it. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh my God, like, I've never had that before. So I'm like, man, this shit's good.
Yeah. Have a bit of strife between you and Nick, is that right? I think Nick was.
Yes. You need to
How
feed
did
them
that play out?
president. We've got too much milk. I'm like, no, not happening. We had
Awesome.
milk everywhere. There's too much milk. But
Yeah.
then in the end, it's like, oh, now we don't have enough milk, and I'm getting milk out of the vat. So
So,
just one of those things.
so did we win Nick over in the end as well?
Oh, I don't know. I
He's
don't
a
know.
hard customer.
I don't know. We'll see. I think he was surprised when we weighed them.
Yeah.
When we weighed them. When did I say we weighed them? About 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Tell me
I
more
think
about that. How did it go weighing them? I can't
so.
recall.
We weighed the eldest mob, and they
Yep,
averaged 64 kilos.
that's right. That's right. Yep.
So, like, I thought that was pretty good, considering we want to be weaning them about 85, 90.
Yeah.
I like to wean them a bit heavier because when you take that milk away, they don't tend to miss it as much and they don't go
Sure.
backwards. It happened.
For sure. Yeah. No, that's cool. And so the tracking to be weaned ahead of time, ahead of normal schedule.
Yeah, well, we worked out that we should be weaning some around about the 20th of September if they're weighing. Is it you work on half a kilo a day gain?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Half a kilo
So,
live weight. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, so we worked out we should be like weaning a few around about, mid to late September,
Yep. Awesome.
which I don't think we've ever weaned calves that early. It's always been round about
Sweet.
October.
And you?
Not quite
Okay.
sure.
Sure. Yep. So some variables in there.
Yeah.
Awesome. When do you reckon the earliest was you saw any signs of that probiotic actually doing its thing?
When I noticed any difference.
Yeah.
Probably a couple, maybe a week. I
Okay.
noticed the shit consistency changed. Sorry for
Yeah.
the French.
We're on a farm right now.
Yeah.
We're allowed to.
The consistency changed. Their bums cleaned up, and within about 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks, they looked shiny and they looked mint.
Okay.
Like
Awesome.
I'd never had shiny calves before, and I was like, man, this is mean.
Awesome. And you've been rearing calves for a while, eh?
6 years.
Okay. Cool.
Rigged it up, and now they don't fight, so that's good.
Come on. And so you're into your peach teats there. You got stallion feeders. Is there any reason behind the pink?
That's a scalar up.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I wanted black ones for that one, but they didn't have them, so
Okay.
I
There we go.
just put them on. I think that the black ones last longer, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. There you go. So, we could create a some sort of poll on that perhaps. And you prefer those closed manifold feeders?
I do, because in Galatea you get a lot of mud at this time of year.
Yeah.
And you're burning through the paddock trying to get out the gate. Your calves are chasing you, and you're by yourself.
Yeah,
You gotta, you just don't want that all that crap in there in the bloody troughs, the milk troughs, because bloody more cleaning for you to do. Mob.
Cool. Nicole's asking, how big is your mob of calves now, and how many litres are they on?
Nicole's like one of my best friends, so this is just so funny. Nicole, my biggest mob is 51, and it's a random number because we've got a bull calf, and that was just how they got dehorned.
It would be kind of wrong if you had the whole number. Every other number is random on your farm, so
yeah,
110, 106.
yeah, I know. So, and then my other mob is 32, but that's a smaller mob outside because the ones that are in the barn will join that mob when they go outside.
Yep.
So we've left that mob smaller for that reason. We were just trying to, in the past, at our last farm, I struggled with having to fill up the big pen before they could all go outside. So the age bracket was like that. Cool. This year we've got a lot more replacements earlier on, so they seem to just go all together in the same mob, and they're pretty much, the same age.
Yep. Sweet. And she was asking how many litres, is that the random number as well? I know it's 7, but shall we say 7.2 or something like that?
Oh, that was what they were on. They were on 7 litres.
Oh, that's right.
2-3 weeks back, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. But now they're on just under 5.
Cool.
Just under 5. 4.92. No.
Yeah, that's it. That's eye for detail, though. I've definitely seen your eye for detail.
Thank you. I have not had any sick calves this year. I had one that had it came in fine, and then the next day I went to feed it, and it had a pink eye. So I got the vets in, and they were like, wow, that's such a bad infection for it just happening sort of overnight. And we treated her with Auburn and eye ointment, done like 6 tubes of that, and the gunkiness went away, but the blindness never went away. So now we just got her eye removed.
And how's she going with that?
She's fine. She couldn't see out of the jolly eye anyway, so I was like, well, you're healthy enough, so just whip the eye out and carry on.
Yeah, wicked. Oh, that's cool. Well, cool. Here's an interesting question for you. Hannah Nicholson here. Struggling with crypto and rotavirus this season. Oh, man, combinations of those sorts of things always suck. The last part of it, so luckily just in the last part of it, but been the best dry rearing conditions on the Hauraki Plains. So it is just what it is. But now I've heard good things about Probiotic Revolution from a few people, so we'll be looking into it. Okay. For next season. Yeah, that'd be cool. Come and have a chat to us, Hannah. We're always keen to have a chat. Man, rotavirus and crypto in combo is pretty gnarly. And look, we reckon we can cover over a lot of things, and a lot of times we'll see calves recover really well. And ideally it's real hard. We don't know what we don't get. We don't know what we're protecting from, but when we do see things come through, we see lesser infections, we see better recovery, and hopefully less mortality and things like that as well, which is generally
just touching on that, I know what it's like to have sick calves because we had salmonella a couple of years ago, and it was bloody rough. So I know what you're going through. But it's real rough.
And especially kind of good and bad that it's the last part of the season, because man, you're already tired, you've already gone through a huge part of the season, then you're getting hammered with that sort of thing, and you're having to put a bit more effort into your calves, all that sort of stuff. So hang in there, Hannah. Oh, there you go, Kelly, your calves are looking amazing, by the way. Well done, chick.
Look at them.
Absolutely.
This is the first year that I can actually want to pat myself on the back, I'm I'm just like, oh my God.
That's awesome. Look at them, they're all pretty chilled out there. How close do you reckon you can get us to them?
Try.
Do you name any? Do you name any calves?
Oh, only old One Eye.
Mono.
Oh, no, she got called Rosie in the end.
Roasty. Nice.
No, Rosie.
Rosie.
Not
Oh, right.
Rosie.
Roasty would probably be a little bit inappropriate.
But
Very
they're
cool.
all pretty chilled out.
Yep, they're looking fantastic. Awesome.
Any other questions you wanted to ask me, Matt?
I think is there anything else I need to know? Anything else I've missed?
Well, there's heaps more questions on that list you sent me. Oh, that's interesting. Cool, thanks, Renee. Getting sick of looking at my own face.
Yeah, welcome to my world. I can't really turn you around and show you much. Thanks heaps for getting on board this season, eh? And real stoked to see how things are going for you.
I have talked to a few people and I'm like, yeah, I don't normally rant and rave about stuff, but like I actually can about Calf Xtreme. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's just something about it. Like, and especially when they first go on once a day, for them not even to be like, I can be feeding calves in the pen right next door, and the ones that have just gone on once a day, for them not to be bleating or anything at me, it's just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's like a switch has just gone flip in their head, and they're like, I don't need that this afternoon.
That's so cool. And so I guess we kind of did talk about what that meant for the calves, but what does that mean for you as a mum as well, that being able to go once a day like that?
Yeah, it's awesome. I've always been a firm believer in feeding them twice a day. Like, I've never, ever fed my calves once a day from this young. And I don't think I'll go back, to be honest. Like, yeah, I still have to come and feed, the new ones in the afternoon, but that means I can put more time into them, more time.
That means you can do your
being on the farm all the time, because it seems to be like
still
that
do your
during
checks and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so.
Cool. And what did you think? What was your initial thoughts when I suggested to go once a day? I'll be keen on hearing that.
I was. Do you remember what I said? I was like, "Are you sure?"
I think I do. Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Oh, I've never done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when we had heaps of milk, that was when it was stressful, because you've got that pull, like, you've got all this milk, just give it to them.
Yep.
And for me to just be like, no, Nick, no.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, it's definitely pretty much a lifesaver, really. I think probably for the calves too. They're probably thanking me. Please don't overfeed me.
No, that's really cool. I'm just real stoked to see it, and thanks for sending photos and stuff along the way, and thanks for coming live with me so that I can actually feel I can get out there and see, because as normally this time of year we'd be out sort of 2 or 3 days a week and actually having fun and going and seeing calves and getting some mud on the wheels and all that sort of stuff. So hey, we do what we can at the moment.
Yeah. Don't want that in the paddock. Hey. The calves chew on.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, Kelly. Well, that's been a good time. So thanks very much.
That's all right. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, and you. I
was going to try and get on Mitre 10 to get some click and collect supplies, but the website's crashed, so no doubt.
Oh, sorry.
Bloody 3/4 of the nation will be trying to do the same thing.
I managed to get a new sprayer from Bunnings, and that arrived today, so I'm pretty happy with it. Give me something to do.
Yeah. I got a fair amount of gardening and that done, but I just still need a few more things to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for that.
All right, we'll sign off.
How do I sign off from this?
I'll finish, and I think that's us done. See you later.
Sweet.
Cheers, Kelly.
Bye.